This week's episode of Sadcast Seattle is brought to you today by Donald Trump for President, reminding you that at least 20% of Trump supporters disagree with the Emancipation Proclamation. Woo! This week's question comes from Twitter user Aaliyah Fizzy, who asks, "Will you guys adopt me, please?" She goes on to say, "I will probably cry if you say no, so don't say no."
No.
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 I was going to say yes.
Ben would say
Like, it
yes.
would be fun, right?
No, it would not be fun. Who is this?
Like you get to
Someone with the last name Fizzy. You're out.
go on outings. You push your kid on the swing set. Is that how old is this person?
I don't know.
All right, well, I'll just assume.
I actually don't know who this person is.
Okay, so we're going to assume that they're 7?
All right.
Because then it seems to be a little easier to bring
Go
them on tour.
fishing.
Oh, okay. I'm
like
going on this
fishing.
person's Twitter account. They're
Like,
they're from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which means they probably saw us when we opened up for Time Atlas at the warehouse.
Sure.
So yeah, totally a 7-year-old.
Yeah, and they're
And
on
like-
the internet and going to shows as a 7-year-old.
So
That's
like,
odd. I like
when we bring them on tour, what'll make it easier is their food. Just get them a fucking Happy Meal. It'd be great.
Right, and
Done.
they don't take up much space in the vehicle.
That's what we do on tour.
Hell, we can just throw them in the merch box.
So it's as a not as like just a group of people, but as a band specifically to take on tour, and we can teach them how to run merch and stuff.
Exactly. Now, I would bring up a counterpoint as to why we shouldn't adopt this person.
Sure.
But someone on Twitter actually already beat us to the punch.
Oh,
Let's see here. Twitter user Rihanna Schimmel, sorry if I'm butchering these names,
know
replied.
her.
You do?
Yeah, she was gonna be in the dry cereal video
yeah.
and be half naked and have me throw cereal at her, I think.
And she said no?
No, she said yes, but she just lived in
bailed out?
Wisconsin. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
anyways,
that would
she replied back
pose a
saying,
problem.
why would you want to be adopted by them? They're the definition of punk trash, which, that's what I'm
Yes.
thinking. This person has the
That's
right
a good
idea.
point.
She's cool, obviously. From all the stuff we know about her now,
Yeah.
the dry cereal, now this, yeah, she's fucking cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Shouts
and
out.
then Aaliyah Fizzy replied back saying, my exact point of why I want to be adopted by them. So maybe like she's punk trash as well, and she thinks she can roll with the big
Fit
boys.
well, you think?
Like we fucking invented punk trash. I mean,
Sure.
we're literally
I think.
4 fuck boys in a pop punk band.
Well, yeah,
so-
there's that.
True.
yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've dug food out of garbage cans this week.
Speaking of which, Rihanna then replied again, saying, better off in a dumpster, Insomniac sucks.
Hell yeah.
All right, so I think the answer to this question overall is no, we're not going to adopt Aaliyah Fizzy. But,
her own
but
good?
we are extending an invitation to Rihanna Schimmel if she wants to be adopted by us.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Is that
She should
fair?
at least be on the Sadcast.
Everyone cool with that?
Works. I'm totally cool with it.
I agree.
Have her
If you're
call
listening
in.
to this is an official invitation. DM our social media accounts and we'll set it up.
Fuck yeah.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday night, and we're about to fuck it all up. This is Sadcast Seattle.
No,
What
wait,
up,
no,
bitches?
nope.
Hello.
No, nope.
We're gonna do exactly what they want.
What?
We're gonna give
remember.
we're gonna give
government?
the people what they want.
What are we talking about? The government.
Who
Your
is
sheeple.
they, and what exactly are we giving them?
You don't want to know, man. They got cameras on me.
God
We
damn.
gotta release the song before it happens.
What song? What happens?
It's an inside joke.
It's an inside joke.
Why do I say those on the Sadcast?
Roll
a good
call.
question.
Ben Drake,
I'm over here.
Sam Fassler,
And I'm over here.
James Dotzler on guitar,
Is it my right or your right? I don't know.
and I'm Varric J. And today on the Sadcast, we're going to talk about a number of things. To kick things off, Sam is going to tell us a little story.
Oh.
A story.
This is the one I was on the phone with my mom?
Yes.
Okay, so I was just on the
Yes.
phone with my mom because she was afraid of going in the house by herself because of a couple things that happened recently or something. I don't know, whatever. She was a little paranoid. So she's like, I'm going to call you because I'm going to be home alone. So I'm going to walk in, make sure there's no murderers. And if there's murderers, you'll hear me be murdered. Love you,
Call the
son.
police.
And then you can call the police. So while on the phone, I said that you should just do the sex stomp. And she's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to tell that story on the Sadcast. So here we go. The sex stomp is a thing. When I was still living with my mother many years ago,
Yeah.
she would be dating new guys. She had this like stint of where she was going on online dates a lot, and then they would be coming home. And if I didn't announce that I was coming home early, like, hey, I'll be home around 7:00, I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta stop at home. So I would do this thing on the deck when I was walking up, and I would stomp all the way to the door to make sure there was no sex going on. I was like the stomps were basically saying, hey mom, tuck it away. Sam's here and doesn't want to see you half naked, which only happened kind of once. And I was like, I knocked on the door. I was just like, yo, why is the top locked? What's going on here? And then it was like all dark in there. And then I'm just like, what the shit? So I'm pounding on the door. And then she comes out like half wrapped up in some fucking clothes she found. And she's like, oh, hey. And I'm just like, I'm gonna go to my room. So then I went to my room. Ever since then, the sex stomp has been initiated. So sometimes I'll just do it when I go home. You know, sex stomp through the fucking on the deck,
Just in case.
just in case. I mean,
You
she has a
never
long-term
know.
boyfriend now, and you know their relationship is probably stale and horrible. Sorry, Mom and Peter. Just kidding. I'm sure you guys are very lovely all the time.
All the time.
I definitely think that everyone should adopt that sex stomp idea.
Yeah, it's important. Do you want to walk in on one of your parents doing the do? No.
I don't. Did
My
you guys
mom-
ever walk in on your parents doing the do?
Nope. I don't.
No.
I'm just adamant that my dad never did it, and my little sister was just. She appeared at the
We don't
doorstep one day.
exist,
Like
as a matter of fact.
Wow.
in no way. Like I fucking would stay up till midnight, 3 a.m. Never heard that man. Never.
Really?
Maybe he's just very stealthy.
That's I'm saying. He's got to be like the stealthiest motherfucker. Swear to God.
Dude, parents having sex freaks me out.
Right.
Does that freak
It's
you out?
weird.
Like,
It
your
is.
parents are boning. Ben, your parents are boning right now.
Could be.
Very, very
I
possible.
mean, shouldn't I be happy for them or something?
You should be.
I mean,
Get
think
it,
about
Mom.
it. Like,
Get it,
they
Dad.
have like 2 kids out of the house now. Like, you know.
Sure.
They're probably boning a lot. That's what I
Hell
imagine
yeah.
my dad did as soon as I left. He's like, finally, the fucking loud kid's gone.
The loud sex kid? Like you had sex
Maybe.
loudly?
No.
That's why you never heard him, because you were playing guitar at max volume until 3 a.m.
Your dad was
Oh,
just
yeah.
taking advantage of the situation.
On a side note, my sister finally got like around to playing her instruments a lot more, and she's gotten to be a great musician.
Hey.
I think
So your daddy's
it's
gonna have sex again. He pushed it on her.
I think
probably
it's
why.
due to me not being in the house and having my amps at half volume at all times.
True.
Like
Possible, yeah.
that's the one thing I miss about being home.
I think like the thought of parents having sex is pretty gross, but like wait till you have kids and then you find out they're having sex and you're gonna be like,
Yeah, I imagine it's probably just as awkward on the other end.
I don't know how many of my condoms my mom has found, like used, but like why don't I just throw them away?
Yeah,
well,
why, Sam?
because then my mom can find them and she can be like, Sam, you're sexually active, and then I can just wink at her and be like, damn right, your son grew up.
See,
your,
like,
your
for
son's
me-
fucking bitches left and right, mama.
For me, it was weird enough finding out my sister had sex. I have a really weird story I'll tell you guys after this about how I found out.
I remember when I found out my sister had sex, we were both just alone in a closet playing hide and seek.
No. It had to do with some very close friends of mine. So
Oh, I think I know this one.
This one hits a little close.
I'm just
to
not
home, I
going to name
guess.
drop anything. So
Probably a good idea.
You can tell the story, just not mention any names.
too obvious.
The kids would love
All
it.
right.
Okay.
So-
all right.
Let's change gears, shall we?
Shall we?
I don't know. I like the idea
Although,
of
yeah,
talking
I
about
think-
our parents boning.
I think I want to name. I think I want to name this episode "Sex Stomp."
Yeah.
Sex stomp, yeah.
Sex
It's
Stomp.
the obvious choice.
Can we name our album Sex Stomp?
I think so.
I did get a
new
reply from
debut
Tim,
album.
but I don't think you want to do what he wants us to do.
What is it?
What does he want
What
to
does that
do?
mean?
He wants us to discuss the rising value of Black Series Star Wars action figures.
Next week, we will talk about. Actually, next week, my friend Kate will be in town, and she, for a living, sells a lot of Star Wars toys
All right.
Really?
and other toys, but mostly,
Can
I
she
think a
talk
lot of Star
about
Wars.
that on
We,
the
she can
Zadcast?
replace Varric next week.
That's
I'm
right.
okay
You're gonna be
with that.
gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on next week.
Yeah.
Kate, you're going to be on the SAG. Kate, the girl I've talked about in the Sadcast like 1,000 times. I miss you, baby.
She like doesn't come. It's like, ha, faggot.
It's like I hate, and this is because you talked about me on the sidecast, you fucking loser.
Oops.
Oopsie.
We could
I-
talk about
This week?
Don't say Super Tuesday.
No, I was gonna say the dog park.
Oh,
I was
my
actually
God.
going to suggest the same thing. I was
Right?
looking up at Pecos'
That was a
name.
cool day.
That was a fucking great day.
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
Was it 3 hours
Let's
of dog?
set the scene.
Right.
All
So the other day, the 4 of us, we all go out because Ben has
I-
some obligations to meet
We were
downtown.
tired
I
of
gotta
doing butt
record
love.
a
Tell it like
music
it is.
video.
With a white rapper.
Yeah, with a white
White
rapper. Everyone go look up Smarty Jones.
Smarty
T.
Jones.
Jones.
Smarty Jones, famous rapper. Go
International rapper.
international rapper. Go look it up. This is important. Ben, our little Ben Drake, finally grew up and is making rap music videos now.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
this is
something that I chose to do.
a new era in his career. You see, so we were we drove him downtown, and by we I mean Sam, and then me and James were just there.
Yep,
Yeah.
eating sunflower seeds. It was a good time.
It was a really good time.
And
So-
they dropped me off right in downtown at 3rd and Pine, the McDonald's.
Yeah, you know that location that nobody knows.
Yeah.
unless you're from here.
The
Sure.
location
Yeah.
is vital. Anyways, so James and Sam and I, are riding around the Kia Soul, just kind of like, what do we do? We kind of cruise downtown, do a little sightseeing. And by that, I mean we drove by the Space Needle and we were like, hey, the Space Needle's there.
There's no parking. Awesome. Hey, let's leave.
All right, cool. And so we're like, hey, let's see what our best buddy Ryan is up to.
Ryan, he's been on the Sadcast before. A
Yeah,
couple
he's
times.
been on the Sadcast before. He's basically our only friend out here. Shout out Ryan.
He's the
Some
greatest.
say he listens to the Sadcast.
Nah, he's lying.
No, that's a lie. Anyways, so we go see what he's up to. He's just out of the shower, naked and glistening. I'm just setting the scene for you. And yeah, he picks up the phone and there's Sam Faster. He's like, Sam, oh, your voice just gets me so hot.
That happened.
And Ryan was like, I'm hot and wet.
It's like, I'm so hot wet. And Sam's
Literally
like, no way,
steaming.
me too. It was a really humid day out. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the dog park.
Park.
So yeah, we went over to Ryan's house, and Ryan was unfortunately in clothes by then. Fucking tease. And then he found, I don't know how he found out about it. He was like invited to it on social media or something, but I guess there was like this social gathering for dogs at this dog park, and we decided to go there
With 2 dogs.
yeah, with 2 dogs. Ryan house sits dogs. Yeah, and they had 2 dogs, Pecos and Derby.
Can I set the scene for the dog park?
Sure.
What about Dick's? You can't forget Dick's.
Oh yeah, we got
yeah.
lunch first at
Hashtag
Dick's.
look up Dick's. Hashtag go to Dick's. Hashtag Seattle Dick's. You need to
Hashtag,
get
yeah.
it. It's way better than In-N-Out Burger. Fuck In-N-Out Burger. Okay,
Yeah,
dog
I
park
was
time.
disappointed by In-N-Out.
In-N-Out Burger fucking sucks.
You guys
my
actually
dick.
had an out burger?
Yeah, twice now, and it's
Oh.
bad both times. Fucking horrible.
But Dick's
Minnesota has the best burgers.
Dick's is the greatest.
Dick's, though.
But they also messed up my order. But just like the quality of the patties in general, I was like, I thought it was going to be better for the
fuck
price
that place.
and how everybody talks about it.
Well, there's our impromptu review of In-N-Out Burger. James, set the scene of this dog park.
All right. Weird, sketchy part of town. Just a little hole in the wall, literally like an old auto body shop with a bunch of garage doors that they put up a couple of speakers in and a bar. And they're like, bring your dog, drink beer, here's some fucking trending music.
That's so Seattle.
It was
though.
so. It was a 21 plus like dog park, which was great.
It was
The
amazing.
dogs didn't have to be 21 plus. We
right,
did.
but no kids hanging
No
out.
children. You could get drunk and watch some dogs.
I couldn't imagine getting drunk at the dog park though. Like, hey, you little fucking dog, shut up.
I brought my own peanut butter. Yeah.
But yeah, no, they had this. It was a full park. It had like, it had a nice open space for the dogs to run around and play in. They had like toys and shit and like stuff that the dogs could like jump on and over and stuff. It was like half inside, half outside, and it was all like fenced in, so you don't have to worry about your dog like running off or anything like that. And yeah, there was and of course there was a bar because Seattle. That's something I've learned is that everything in Seattle is also a bar.
Or a coffee shop.
Weirdly
Yeah.
enough.
And what I've noticed with most of these bars is, as opposed to it being like, oh, here's a full bar, you've got wine, fucking bottles of liquor hanging out everywhere. It's like always like, oh yeah, we got beer. Want some fucking beer?
Here, want some
Rainier?
got beer on tap? Rainier?
Hey, here's some Rainier.
But they also got like cool good craft beer at all these
Yeah,
places.
like
at the freaking you go up California to Meepo's Games, which is a card game shop, and they've got a bar.
Yeah.
Yep. They got
Like-
a bar and coffee shop right in there.
Me,
great.
Zeb, and Jake all went drunken around in West Seattle. We ended up at a fucking dive bar where the taps were literally separated. Like one side was Rainier, Michelob Ultra, Budweiser, Coors Light, like all those domestics like that. And the other side was like IPA, Rogue, Delicious Stout, crafty weird beer you don't know the name of. Like it was just
I
I was
love
so
that.
little drunk I couldn't remember. But all I remember is they had Dead Guy Ale, and that's all that mattered.
Then you ended up at a gay bar.
That is all that
I
matters.
did, and Jake paid $30 for 3 shots of Jameson.
Gay shots of Jameson.
Yes, they were
That's a
very
good thing.
gay shots of Jameson.
That's
Which makes them more valuable.
especially
out
I think
here.
it's worth the
There
price.
was I don't know, somebody was lip syncing the whole time. To share, do you believe in life after love? It's really weird.
I do.
It's a really weird environment to be in, drinking
I have that
whiskey.
song on my phone.
That's a fantastic song to be drinking in. So yeah, if you go to Seattle, be prepared for everything to also be a bar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was probably Meeple's Games. Like
Right.
the fucking board game shop that held Magic tournaments also had a bar
That
in
place
it.
fucking rocks.
And like there was like kids like in the area, and they're just like there's a bar there. I feel like Minnesota would freak out about that.
Yeah. No, we were playing.
I mean, obviously they don't get served.
we're playing
but, like,
Munchkin with like a kid who had to be like 10 or less.
Yeah.
maybe 11.
You guys
I don't
got
know.
fucking hustled by that
yeah,
kid.
he was good
Fuck
at
that
that
kid.
game.
Fuck that kid. He was annoying.
Little
Anyway, we were playing, like, this kid's like, hey, do you want to play this game? And me and Ben were, like, sitting at this thing. We're like, no. And he goes, okay, you want to play Munchkin? We're like, okay. So we sat down and played Munchkin for, like, an hour. And, like, this guy, like, this old guy, we're like, oh, you can sit at our table. Not old, like 30 or something. And then we're like,
Yeah,
you want
you
to
can
play?
sit at
He's
our
like, sure.
table.
And I swear to God, like, these fucking two were going to fucking fist fight. I think we talked about this on this
Did
headcast.
we? We might
Maybe.
have.
I don't know if I did. Whatever. Fuck it.
I can tell my story from the dog park day.
Dog Park Day. Oh, yeah. You fucking
Yeah,
recorded a rap music video.
I'm getting out recording a rap music video, but also we Smarty decided he wanted to take pictures with everybody, and then this homeless dude wanted to fight him. But
Oh, was
then,
that when we picked you up?
No, that was later.
Separate occasion,
More
okay.
homeless people wanted to fight Smarty Jones than one that day.
Of course. I want to fight Smarty Jones. I'm not even homeless.
But like, then we started taking pictures of people, and the one homeless dude that wanted to fight him, like, all apologetic and just like, I didn't know you were somebody, man. Which, arguable, but still,
Marty Jones, international rapper.
he avoided the fight through his fame.
Hell yeah.
Didn't you guys like? You'll get to it.
Well, no, I want to get to this part. It's good. Then we shot some stuff in Macy's, like sneaking around because they usually don't allow photography, and we did an underground parking garage, and ended up going to the mall. And what we ended up doing was there's like a skyway, and we were shooting against the backdrop of the skyway. So there's like we're up high, and there's a street behind him, and it looks
Yeah.
really cool. And then, but like we're just filming just openly in there. There's people passing by, and I guess somebody mentioned it, security. And there's a security officer that starts walking up to us, and we're like, we just finished. Like, we'd finished the last take we needed. So we're like, oh, it's okay, man. We're going to get out of here. And the security officer's just like, you guys make videos? You guys making a video? It's like, yeah, actually. We're making a video. It's like, you a hip-hop artist or whatever? And the guy he has his own project. And the funny part was, like, you hear over the radio somebody like, so what's going on with those guys up there in the skyway? It's like, oh, they're just shooting a music video. And puts it back. And,
Security in Seattle is super lax about their hip hop videos.
yes.
Every security person I've met in Seattle has been like,
Hey.
stop stealing.
And then I
Whatever.
ran into, like, we went to a park after that. I almost lost my hat in a really windy alley. And then we ran into, like, another group of rappers who were all, like, practicing and doing a cipher on some beat the producer, who was also with them, had made. And they were, like, taking promo shots and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So that was cool. And then they had a show that night that we didn't go
And then
to.
you guys had a brawl and you guys fucking fought with knives.
Yeah.
Because two rappers can't meet in the street without brawling with knives.
Yeah.
Well, actually, rap battle happened.
Oh, that's what happens? I thought it was knives
Oh, my.
always.
And
How did Smarty do?
They're both so
Did he win?
good. They were both so good that Sam lost somehow.
Ben calls me up. He's just like, hey, dude, you just lost rap battle. I'm like playing with a bunch of dogs. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
talking about?
Okay, sorry.
I do like how the way we had the story set up. Like, oh yeah, Ben, he went out to go film some rap video, but we got to go to a dog park.
Yeah, fuck
A really
Ben.
big-ass dog park.
We played with, dude, those fucking, like, there was a little corgi, there was a little beagle, there was
That little big was a shit.
fucking the meme dog, the fucking Doge.
I think
Oh.
my
There
fucking
was a
Shiba
fucking
Inu?
Shiba there.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
Dude, so fucking cute.
It was.
My
It was
profile
fuck
picture's
your
got
rap
that
video,
goddamn
dude. You
beagle.
missed out.
yeah.
Apparently,
we had the more fun times.
Apparently, there's a cat tea shop or something.
There's a few of them, I think.
I want to go to one of those before we leave. That
Aren't you allergic?
Yeah, but who cares?
True.
Just
Cats.
don't breathe while you're in there.
We also need to go to Cupcake Royale, and there was one other place that we wanted to go.
Cupcake
but I
Royale's
can't
so
remember.
close to us, too.
Right, we could just go.
We gotta walk there.
I mean, we need money. We don't have money
True.
right now. But
Yeah, we
slow.
don't have money.
Dude, Seattle is pretty fucking great, and I'm sad that we're leaving in less than a month.
yeah.
By the way,
Like,
Cool
even like the
people
little
here.
things that we know about it is fucking dicks. And we haven't even been to Meeples a bunch. Like, we should have gone to Meeples way more.
Although I like how the majority of things that we found and like here are food.
Well, yeah.
Katsu
Look at
burger.
us. Katsu burger, straight up, dude.
As I should just like try to franchise one out in Minnesota. And be like, yo, I'm gonna franchise your
I
company.
do well in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
Fuck
probably
yeah.
it would.
People dig that shit because it's just East Coast food, basically.
Hell yeah.
How much cheaper do you think it would be in the Midwest? Because I mean, everything's kind of more expensive out here.
Well,
so
see-
would that mean the dicks would also be like
Oh
would it
man,
be even
if
more
they were
like, cheaper?
in Minneapolis, I would go there all the time.
I don't know how they keep their shit so cheap. That's insane.
Yeah, because Katsu
Well-
Burger, the reason they have their shit so expensive is because it's all like grass fed,
yeah.
GMO,
And
free.
Grass Fred.
Grass Fred Drick,
Gas Fred.
Gas
Gas
Frederick.
Fred.
Except at Dick's, you get they're all pre-made.
Which
yeah,
is awesome.
they're
Like
not made
one,
to order.
right? So they can order the exact same thing in huge bulk amounts and just be like, all right, with this is what we're making. You want it? You pay this price.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's good.
It's a great business model. Katsu Burger is very expensive, but yeah, everything's supernatural. They buy fresh buns every day at a bakery, local bakery and shit. Like,
See,
fucking tight.
I thought
Dude.
it was going to be a little bit like Val's, like just have a super limited menu.
Yeah.
But
huge
Val's, you
menu.
can still like customize all your stuff.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Their gimmick is more the you order on a touchscreen thing.
Yeah, it's great.
I do like not having to deal with people.
It's nice.
I like the Katsu Burger a lot because like there's so much shit.
Dude, it's the fucking best burger place I've ever been to, I think.
So now we're just talking
Like-
about food again.
Okay,
Oh,
let's talk
wait.
about Zombie Burger then,
right,
because
Zombie
possibly
Burger's
our tour, our
fantastic.
CD release tour, might not go through Des Moines. How does that make
Wait,
you feel?
really?
Yeah, we might play in Iowa City instead, which is not close to Des Moines, really.
Well, we passing through tomorrow.
No, we are not. That's what I'm
Oh.
saying.
What?
Ben.
What?
You forgot to tell him about how you got in a fight with a wizard.
Oh, I mean, we could mention that. So we finished shooting the video, which was, we got our last shots. And we go down and walk towards an area where Sam could pick us up. And there, as we're waiting for Sam, there's a man standing on the sidewalk insisting that we look at his wizard necklace. And Smarty Jones was not having it. He did not want to look at that wizard necklace. I don't know what he thought was going to happen, but
He was
guy
really
so
not about
insistent.
that.
Like they were like arguing about it, and the guy with the wizard necklace kept going on about the rapture, and may have been on a tiny amount of meth or something, a similar substance.
Adderall is Badderall, bro.
Sure, but yeah, no. Then like Sam shows up with Ryan. I'm like brain calculation, space in the vehicle, not as much as I had thought. Because I didn't think you just pick up random people in the city.
Random.
Ryan.
Excuse me.
Ryan's our best buddy. you fuck.
Excuse me.
And
man.
you did it on a whim, impulsively.
I do that, just like running.
Yeah, which is okay, but now we got to have Smarty Jones like diving into the already full back seat to get away from this wizard who's throwing cups of water at him as we try to pull away. But
I remember I remember on the way back to Smarty's place, I asked him, like, why do so many people want to fight you? And what he said essentially was vibes. Just because
guess.
vibes. That's why people
He's
wanna
like,
fight
I don't
him.
know, man. I fucking just got that about me, man. I don't know.
He
The
said,
first time
he
I
said a
met-
very long string of words that really didn't make a lot of sense, but from what I could gather, it's because he just gives off vibes
I love-
Smarty
like,
was as
that make
cohesive
people
as he
want to
could
fight him.
possibly be.
The first time I met Smarty, I fucking wanted to hug the dude. I loved the dude instantly.
Yeah.
I don't know. He had those vibes to me. I don't know.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no,
I
He's
didn't
pretty
want to
cool.
fight him. Like he's
I love him.
cool. Like,
but there are a lot of interesting people on the streets of Seattle.
Yes,
It's great.
There are, and he probably didn't want to look at the necklace because he's on those streets of Seattle every single day trying to hustle his CD.
Right, well, that's what he
So
told
he
me.
probably knows better.
He told me if he stopped to look at every wizard necklace that was offered up to him, he would never have time to sell CDs.
is this like a regular occurrence for him? Then?
Apparently.
Or- man, the streets are fucking brutal in
Dude,
Seattle.
downtown Seattle's pretty fucking.
You never have
weird,
that
dude.
problem in Minneapolis.
You can't stop and talk to people. You're just like, and like it's pretty shitty.
If
It
you
makes you
stop,
feel really
you're
bad
fucked.
because you're just like, hey sir, can I have $1 for some Subway? And I'm just like, and I just like I have to.
I like
ignore
how you
him.
mentioned her.
Dude, she's there every fucking time, and I feel so bad because she's always just like, okay, thank you, whether you say anything or not, and then I just want to turn back around and go, okay, I'm sorry.
Like, here's 20 bucks,
She
shut the
seems
fuck
so
up.
fucking nice, but she's there every day, so I'm like, either you're eating Subway every day, or I don't know what this is your job. I don't know.
What are you doing with all this money?
Yeah,
What are you?
she's so nice sounding though.
Oh my
I just
God.
want to like cuddle her.
Speaking of homeless people, the weirdest fucking thing I ever saw was when we went to Dick's. The first time I went to Dick's.
Okay.
We go
Late
to
at
Dick's
night?
a lot.
Oh, I remember that. night.
Super
go
late
to
at
night.
night. And we're sitting there. It was like a Friday or Saturday. And all these fucking like, these punk kids are coming up. And some of them just walk by. And then a couple of them, like one kid walks up, he's all nonchalant. And then he turns around to the garbage can, starts plowing through it. He grabs a little handful of fries that's in one of the bag, chows them down, walks away. Then another punk kid goes through to grab the same bag. And it's all gone. So he just kind of looks around like as if nobody saw him do that. And then he gets in line. What the fuck? You could have gotten fresh food this whole time? Jesus Christ.
So, the cash isn't that bad, right?
That was the
What's
same
worst that
night
could
that
happen?
the really drunk guy was there, right? He was trying to
Yeah,
get
it
into
was
people's
like-
cars.
Yeah, he's
He had
just
no
trying
idea
to,
what was going on.
yeah. Just trying to get into
fucked
someone's
up,
car.
Seattle, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss those crazy
Right,
motherfuckers.
those
I'm gonna go back to Minnesota where nothing ever happens.
Yeah, it's too cold in Minneapolis for homeless people to just kind of hang around and stuff. I feel like what Smarty should have done was should have offered some kind of exchange, like, "Hey, I'll look at your wizard necklace, but you have to buy my mixtape."
That's true.
I'll look at your wizard necklace, but you have to listen to me rap for 20 minutes.
I really want to know what was. I kind of want to look at this wizard necklace just to see like what the fuss is. Like
It
what
wasn't-
what is this wizard?
It was
necklace?
like it's like metal tube things and some spiky
looked
looking
at it?
things.
You're-
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I,
now
I,
you're
You're
at it?
possessed.
I looked at the wizard necklace because he was. I didn't know it was a wizard necklace at the time. He was
Are
just
you
holding it
under
up.
are you under spell now?
Some say so, but I don't think there's any way to be sure.
So since say am I?
Speaking of being under a spell, you know what we should talk about?
What?
We watched a movie last night, The Visit. M.
Visit.
Night Shyamalan's The Visit came
Right.
out a couple months ago,
M.
and
Night Shyamalan.
we downloaded it and watched it. What did you guys think of that?
I was, I'll say that I was surprised at how not cheesy it was at parts.
Yeah,
For like the overall tone, like it started off like sort of cheesy, but it got serious pretty quickly and like believably ish. It's found footage and it's not totally ridiculous.
Yeah, I was glad that it wasn't Paranormal Activity.
Right.
yeah. The
And-
found footage films just bug me a lot.
The
They
twist
do.
blew my fucking mind.
Did it?
I know. See, that's the thing was like
It blew my mind in that underwhelming way, though. It was like,
Yeah.
oh,
We-
that was
we-
the smallest that could have happened.
we were all expecting it, right? And we were expecting the standard kind of
Yeah.
big reveal when it wasn't such a big reveal as it was a realization, and you're just like, what?
yeah,
I thought
Yeah,
it was cool as fuck.
true story. Right
was
when
sweet.
the movie started, we were all just like, okay, what
Place
is the
your
twist
bets.
gonna be? What was
we
the
all took
twist
our
gonna be?
fucking bets and we
Ghosts?
all were wrong.
I don't want
Aliens?
to like reveal anything, but
I want
But
to. I think
even-
we should
even-
spoil this whole movie.
even expecting expecting a twist, it was sort of like how I don't know, maybe not as good as Fight Club, but the thing about Fight Club is that the narrative doesn't
no
rely
twist
on
is that good.
Yeah, the twisted Fight Club doesn't rely on the narrative, doesn't rely on it. So even if you know it going in, watch it third time, fourth time, it still has the same impact. Maybe even more so if you know it.
Yeah, it was like the twist in this movie was good enough to where because you build yourself up
Yeah.
for it, and no matter where the twist went, you were like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I remember seeing like the hype and like the trailers and stuff for the movie, and people were saying like. People were predicting that like it looked kind of like a Paranormal Activity type movies. People were saying like, "Oh, the grandparents are demons, or they're possessed by demons, or,
Or ghosts,
aliens, or
or
vampires."
a lot of
That
things.
That was my guess. Legitimately, I thought there was going to be some kind of like they're vampires or something like that. But yeah, no, it's none of those things. It's actually surprisingly nothing in the realm of sci-fi. So that's none of it.
Which I enjoyed that fact, by the
Yeah,
way.
same.
That's,
Yeah,
no, that
yeah.
was one of the things that was there was another movie and I can't remember what it was, but the fact that like halfway through you sort of realize that oh yeah, it was. I mean, you've seen Sinister, right?
Yep.
The original.
Yeah.
Like
I've seen the first one.
everybody was expecting it to be like this paranormal or ghost sort of thingy, and I was really hoping like it seemed like it could be super cool and like totally grounded in reality. And then there's a couple twists and things at the end that I didn't care for so much.
What movie
with
is
the
this?
Sinister?
Oh, yeah.
With the videotapes and the
Yeah,
film.
I remember. We watched the second one together in
The
theater.
movie
Yeah.
fucking just messed with me the whole time I was watching. I was like, that's a lawn. Oh, God. No, Ish, why?
Yeah.
My favorite horror movies, I think, are paranormal. No.
No.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
go-
I'm sorry.
say it again. Go
Rewind. Now I have to remember
Try
the
again.
name of
Take
them.
two.
They're my fucking Insidious. I've only seen the
Insidious.
first two, and I don't know why I haven't seen the third one yet. But the first two are just so perfectly.
The first one's really good. I haven't seen the
So
second
good.
one.
Second
Have you
one's
guys-
just as good.
Like I generally do not like those kind of movies,
Me either.
like those kind of horror movies. But the music was really good.
Oh,
The
the
directing was
music.
really good.
Oh,
Like the soundtrack was mostly weird noises, which was awesome.
yeah, dude.
You guys see Mama?
I did not.
I have not.
It
Although
was-
the short film version I've seen, that was really good.
See, it's a really good movie until the end. And
That's
that's
always
what
a
pissed
bummer.
me off so
That's always
much.
such a bummer.
I'm like, holy fuck, this storyline is great. This is fucking crazy. The end comes around. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, you went that route? This is fucking retarded. I was mad as
You
fuck.
can't say
what-
retarded,
what is your
James.
all right, everyone, before we sign
hard.
off, what is your favorite or least favorite movie twist? And
Well, I
you
feel
can,
like
you can go
that-
ahead and spoil it.
I don't know if I want to spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. Fight Club's my favorite.
Fight Club. I mean, it's the best one. You have
It
to
is,
pick
it is the best one.
Okay, what would you say would be the worst twist you've seen in a movie?
Mama twist. So bad.
I got to think of twist movies I've seen.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what my favorite one would be.
Ooh.
Worst or best?
The worst. It's not really a twist. It was just shitty. The third Twilight movie, part 2, like the very last in the Twilight series.
Oh.
Fuck that. It wasn't really a twist exactly, but fuck that.
Well, it was a twist, and it pissed me off because I was like, yes, everyone dies!
Yeah.
But then,
Spoilers.
But then twist.
I don't care. The movie's long
Yeah.
over.
That movie
So, yeah.
fucking sucks.
I'm going to say anybody who wants to see Twilight has already.
True.
If you don't want to see it, you're not gonna
Yeah.
at this point.
True.
You don't want to
Very.
see Twilight, trust me. Especially not the last two. I've actually only seen the last two, the part 1 and part 2. Both horrible films, especially part 1. Fucking garbage. And I gave it such a good, solid chance. I'm just like, you know what? I don't care what
Right.
everybody says about these movies. I think they might be good because a lot of people like them. It's like, yeah, let's
See,
do this.
I
Nope,
had
fucking
the
bad.
same idea with the books. I wanted to just read them and like try and get an objective viewpoint, and I actually liked a decent amount of it.
Yeah?
Like the
Ooh.
writing was really bad at times, but the story and overarching plot and all that was fairly solid.
Yeah.
My favorite. Oh, sorry.
The
I'm an
lore
idiot.
was actually a lot cooler than the stuff that happened because who cares about Bella?
No,
Not
one
me.
does. That was
I think my favorite movie twists ended up in the Hunger Games series, mostly because they're all driven by politics.
ooh, yeah,
That's true. The ending of
They were cool
Hunger
as
Games.
fuck.
The last book has like 4 endings.
I need to read. I need to read all the books because
Yeah, you
I
do.
only watched the
It
movies.
covers some details that bring a little more to the story.
I forgot to mention to you guys. I'm going to mention this off the podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Varric,
we're
what's
got
your
to the
favorite
end
twist?
anyways.
my favorite twist, at least one that I can remember right now, would probably be the end of M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable, and I hate
That
that
was
it's
a good one.
That was
I
a
hate
good
that's a Shyamalan movie, but yeah, that one. I guess to me, what constitutes a good twist is like I definitely did not see it coming, but when it did happen, just like, oh man, now suddenly everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I hate when twists are like super over the top just for the sake of like throwing something in out of left field,
Right.
Like just for shock value.
See, now the good twist, a bad twist, you're like, that makes no sense at all. A good twist,
Yeah.
you're like, now everything makes sense.
Yeah.
All the pieces are falling into place.
Just like, whoa, I didn't see that coming, but yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, Unbreakable is one of the few Shyamalan movies I can actually sit through.
Oh, yeah. And all Quentin Tarantino movies. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Well, they're just really good.
Yeah. There's not really much for twists.
Least favorite was probably also Shyamalan movie. The twist at the twist in Devil. I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie.
No.
I couldn't
I like
make it
that
through
movie.
that whole movie.
Yeah, like there was someone in the elevator is killing off everyone one by one, and then the twist at the end is it's the devil. It's literally the devil. No one could have seen that coming, except for the fact that it's in the fucking title of the movie, and they hint
All
at
right,
it since the beginning.
I figured out my least favorite twist.
Okay.
My least favorite twist is also a Shyamalan movie, The Last Airbender. The
whole
twist is
thing?
that the movie sucked and disrespected the source material so hard that many
I
deny
remembered
its
another really good
existence.
one, probably not as good as Fight Club, but I See Dead People. Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
That twist fucking rocked.
I haven't seen that movie.
You need to see that movie. You know the twist, though, right?
I knew that twist
Everyone-
before I knew
everyone
what
knows
the
that
Yeah,
movie
one.
was.
That's,
true.
That's up there.
It's
with
in a
like
fucking
Snape kills
it's in a
Dumbledore,
Lonely
like,
Island song.
yeah.
So
Right.
when Bruce Willis was dead at the end of Sixth Sense, I jizzed in my pants. That's the dryer. That's why I left the podcast for like a minute to go turn my clothes back on. I'm like, fuck.
Well, now
Gotta
you can get
wash
back
them.
to it because we're out of time.
Yay!
That does it for this week's episode of Sadcast Seattle. We only have a few more of these left.
Thank God.
Wow, we're
Yeah.
actually wrapping it up. These
We
6
did
months
it
have been flying
every
by.
week except for like those 2.
Yeah,
maybe
every
3.
week except for the 4 weeks we took off for Christmas.
Right. Well, no, maybe 3 weeks. Did one of them go up? I thought we pre-recorded
I
one
don't
of
remember.
them.
No, we didn't. We said we were going to, and then we never did.
Well,
want Dairy
I'll
Queen.
So we
say
just
I'm
we
going
just
to
stopped
again.
posting.
Can we
for,
go get Dairy
3 or 4
Queen?
weeks. Yeah,
All right.
Probably
down.
closed.
we could probably. Well, we could find something in the same vein. Maybe there's like a Cold Stone open late or something.
Not if we never end the podcast.
True. All right, bye, people. We're going to go get
True.
some ice cream.
All right, later, dudes.